So last year, 2024, if you know, was kind of one of the best years ever as far as sneakers. And I'm not talking about the pairs that dropped, but just the fact that sneakers were a lot more accessible, easier to cop. Sometimes you could even grab joints on sale. I can't name how many countless Jordan brand classics, OGs, just great pairs overall that were just easily accessible. And in return, while real sneakerheads were feasting and everything like that, these dudes that you're looking at right here on the screen, the resellers, the scalpers, a lot of them were actually leaving the sneaker game, switching things up in return, no longer reselling sneakers, but actually reselling stuff like Stanley Cups, Pokemon cards, baseball cards, and even more recently, Barbie dolls. So it's kind of crazy, but as far as these scalpers, it seems like here in 2025, seems like they're jumping back into the sneaker game. So I'm gonna explain why. Now, earlier this week, we got this notification via the Nike's app, not the sneakers app, but just the good old fashioned Nike app talking about come back every day to score big from Jordan, starting now, April 22nd through April 24th at 7 a.m. PT. So as far as this notification, we did get notified yesterday that we got the restock for the Jordan 3 Black Cat. We also got the Black Cement 3s as well, two great Jordan brand classics, which were available via the Nike app. And then for today's restocks, we had the Jordan 4 Fear return as well as the Jordan 11 Legend Blue. Right now, according to Eldon Monitors, the restock for the Fears, these fours right here, they had roughly around 1,000 pairs or something like that. And then for the 11s, we had roughly around 4,000 pairs. So not too many to go around, but of course, just enough to keep everybody on their toes. So it looks like based off this notification, I guess we got one more day of restocks. We'll have to wait and see what Nike brings to the table for the third and final day of these big Jordan restocks. But I'm not getting my hopes high. I know a lot of rumors are floating around of Jordan 4 SBs or Nigel 4s or something like that. But I'm guessing it'll probably be just your standard Jordan retro, something that dropped as of recently, say cool gray 9s, that would be cool. Maybe black metallic 5s. That's another shoe that a lot of people want to get their hands on, or I guess I should say a lot of resellers are looking to get their hands on to flip, make those good profit margins and everything like that. So if you guys haven't noticed by now, a lot of things have changed here in 2025. We know Nike, Jordan brand, behind the scenes, they're going through a lot of changes. Of course, at the end of last year, Nike fired their CEO, John Elliott. He's coming to the table, or Elliott Hill, whatever his name is. He's coming to the table. And we're also starting to notice a lot of big changes as far as the supply, the way Jordan brand is dropping pairs. You see, last year, as far as these releases, they would have just dropped a whole bunch of pairs, let them joints sit. In return, eventually they would go on sale and then eventually sell out. But if you haven't noticed by now, towards the end of last year, Jordan brand started to kind of retool, re-strategize. And what they did was, rather than just letting them joints sit, and then in return go on sale in order to move the inventory, what they did is they've been pulling a lot of the stock and then hitting us with these restocks. You know what I'm saying? And it almost kind of feels like Nike and Jordan brand are directly looking at the resale market. I know it sounds kind of tinfoil hattish, but I low-key feel like they're analyzing these sneaker prices on the secondary market, and they want to just keep these pairs right above retail or keep them right at retail, in order to ensure that these guys, stay here in the sneaker game. Because low-key, as much as everybody hates to admit it, reselling has become a big part of the sneaker game. And last year, we saw a lot of these resellers, like I mentioned earlier, jump over to other products like Barbie dolls, baseball cards and stuff like that. So it seems like Nike has a direct attempt to kind of bring back these resellers, because overall, it just brings a lot more hype and excitement here to the brand. So if you guys haven't noticed by now, rather than putting pairs on sale, Nike, it seems like, are just directly pulling the stock and then in return hitting us with these restocks, making sure that these sneakers hold their value via the secondary market. That way Nike can still charge you full price and not put these pairs on sale. So as far as today's restock, we did see these Legend Blues drop. We also got the Jordan 4 Fears. Let me know if any of you guys grabbed those. Speaking of Jordan restocks, even recently, we got these Rookie of the Year lows. Say, for example, if they would have just dropped these joints last year with a full size run, say the typical 100,000 pairs, these joints would have sat just like we see the mochas, which are still available. You got these Jordan Sport Blues, which are still available as well. Both great Jordan 1 low colorways, which dropped towards the end of last year, but as we see, still available, still in stock. But when it comes to a pair like these Rookie of the Years, although there was some talk about quality control issues and stuff of that nature, we're seeing these pairs continue to sell out online. It seems like they're dropping them via a bunch of different websites, but stock continues to sell out, and then like say the next day or a couple of days later or weeks after, we then continue to see these small little gradual restocks. So is this a direct attempt at Jordan Brand and Nike to bring the hype back, bring these scalpers back here into the resale game? I don't know, man. Let me know if y'all think I'm sounding crazy or not, if I sound conspiracy theorist-ish or not, but I feel like this is exactly what's happening, and it's happening directly in front of our eyes. Now, I know a lot of people are like, whoa, if Jordan Brand's doing this, I'm out the game. Yeah, I bet it sounds good and everything like that, but then of course you already know once they drop like another great dope pair, let's say like them Jordan 5 grapes, which are right around the corner, them Jordan 4 white cements, you guys already know all that talk. You guys are gonna be real quiet and you'll be right back trying to cop them joints, even if you can't grab them or whatever. So on top of that, you got also people talking about, oh, well, because Jordan Brand ain't letting me cop these shoes, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just buy fakes, which that sounds cool and everything. I'm not judging if you want to get fakes or anything like that, but my suggestion out there would be, maybe consider some other brands. There are other sneakers out there. New Balance is going crazy. Adidas is still going strong. So check out some other brands out there. Asics, they've been real trendy as of lately. Do your feet some justice. Maybe check out some more comfortable options out there on the market. I mean, you got Hoka on Cloud going crazy out there for the senior citizens as well. So there's a lot of options, on store shelves nowadays. So it's not always about Nike and Jordan Brand. I know we're like kind of engraved. It's in our DNA to go ahead and just buy each release every week, but there is other options out there. So as we're seeing, things are a little different here. Scalpers and resellers are back in full force. They're not able to make those huge profit margins off each single unit, but if they buy in bulk, if they backdoor, get these joints directly from retailers, they're able to still maintain and, continue to flip these shoes, and, the game will continue to be the game. Plus, with Jordan Brand, as we've seen, in the past, rather than just dropping everything through the sneakers app, they're now allocating a lot more stock through their various retail partners, whether that be Hibbert's, DSG, Foot Locker, JD Sports. You guys see how a lot more of these pairs are available at these locations. So sometimes even when a sneaker is sold out online, you can walk into any of these various spots and just easily pick them up. So game is changing as far as stock, rather than just dropping everything online like in the last few years or so. They're kind of spreading out the wealth, dropping a lot more pairs in stores, and of course rewarding their retail partners, which, by the way, Academy Outdoor Sports or whatever, if you guys are unfamiliar, this is one of these major sports retailers located in kind of like the Midwest, South region. They got some locations in Florida, like Texas area, if I'm not mistaken. I personally never been to one of these shops. They don't have any of them in South Florida, but apparently these are going to be one of the new big retailers carrying the latest Jordan releases. Now, of course, things are going to start off slow. They're not going to be carrying any like the high profile collaborations, so you're not going to be finding like Nigel Fords or anything in here, but it'll be interesting to see if we see them carrying some Jordan retros. I know they're going to be carrying more like the performance, like some of the lower tier models, some of the Jordan hybrids and stuff like that. But as far as Jordan retros, as they continue to establish their relationship with Jordan Brand, I'm sure maybe in the next couple of years or so, we'll see them carrying some heat. So if you guys have any of these locations in your local area, let me know, and hopefully soon this could be another hot spot for you guys to pick up your latest Jordan releases. So a lot of things are changing here in 2025. No longer do we have Jordans sitting on shelves. Resellers are back here in the game, and releases are a lot more limited, as we've seen these little small random restocks. So we got one more restock going down tomorrow, April 24th. This is not actually on the sneakers app, if I'm not mistaken, but rather just the standard Nike app. So we'll have to wait and see what they bring to the table. My guess would be probably like black metallic 5s or cool gray 9s, but as far as any retro release that we've seen drop from the fourth quarter up until now, I think anything is fair game. So we'll just have to wait on it, but I would say don't get your hopes up for any of these like clickbait like Jordan 4, Nigels or anything like that, because more so than likely that ain't gonna happen. So let me know what y'all think about the current state of Jordans. Are you guys bowing out of the game? Do you guys feel like it just is what it is? Are you excited to the fact that these releases are a lot more difficult to cop this year? Nike and Jordan Brand are bringing the chase back, or are you simply just kind of checking out other brands and stuff like that? So drop your feedback down below. John Alexander TV, I appreciate y'all. Salute, I'm out. Love.